Mindset wins 99% of the time. This is Bruce Anderson from Mindset Wins, and this talk is about doing goals, things that you actually do. And I want to remind you that all your goals should be stretchy but achievable. And this includes all the little pieces that you have to do and prepare for those steps along the way in whatever activity you're involved in. For sports that are races, this might be your ability to pace yourself accurately. An advanced goal here in racing might be getting better at knowing when to ease off, when to speed up, and so on. For hockey players, for example, especially young ones, it's always being aware of the offside rules, training their minds to keep track of where they are on the ice. For a soccer player, it might be mastering a specific block or a kick. If you play the guitar, it might be to master a particular way of tuning the strings or mastering particular chord sequences. If you're a swimmer or a runner, it might be improving your time by 0.2 of a second. If you're socially shy, it might be learning to get better at talking to strangers and get them to smile. If you've been injured, it might be to do the exercises that your physiotherapist recommends. Goals that are about your mindset or about feeling a certain way, they'll be covered in the next video on being and feeling goals. If you're someone who's been married to your career, you're getting ready to retire, get the important being and feeling goals in place first. They're the ones that will drive who the new you will be, and that determines what you want to do. Doing goals work perfectly as SMART goals. That's SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-boxed. Notice that I've been using the word master to describe some of these goals. Words like this are common, but sometimes challenging. Like, how do you know at 2 o'clock in the afternoon this coming Tuesday whether you have or have not mastered a particular move or skill? This refers to measurable. How do you know if you've reached the goal? If you're in martial arts, for example, you start out by learning forms. First, you learn to master the form, and you get feedback from your sensei. Then you work and start the long process of learning how to use that form when you're sparring with an opponent. In other words, mastery can mean many things. What's important for goal setting is that you can specify what it means for this goal, and you can specify how it will be measured. Making sure that a goal you set is achievable and relevant is usually pretty easy, so I won't spend any time on those. Putting a time frame on a goal, that's where it starts to get interesting. Sometimes it's trivial, like, I'm going to clean out my closet and I'll be done at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Other things, it's how do you even make an educated guess or a wild ass guess or a scientific wild ass guess? Sometimes you genuinely have no idea. Like, say, you're lifting weights and you can pick a number, press 100 pounds now. How long will it take you to be able to press 102 pounds or 110? What do you pick as the target for reaching that goal? Here's my advice about how to approach this. It's a process. First, you pick a date. If the goal is some sort of incremental improvement, like 100 to 110, think about how long it took you to go from 80 to 90 and 90 to 100. Choose a date that fits into that sequence. When the date arrives, you evaluate your progress. If you've achieved the goal in less time, wonderful, celebrate. Be happy, be grateful. Remember that for the next goal. If you haven't made it yet, make another guess, and try again. Remember the steps that went into sorting out the timing for this goal and use that as if it were wisdom to help you choose a time for the next goal, whatever that might be. This is continuous improvement. There's nothing wrong with not making a goal. It's something to learn from and can actually make you better, but only if you take the time to learn from each success and each miss. Use that as feedback for improving your process, and you will be wonderful at doing goals.